Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tirra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And you know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. And yeah, this is our Inspired Goddess Morning Circle. So excited to get with the G Hive today. And yeah, let's just get a little bit of self-care in this morning. Welcome, Queen. Greetings, greetings. Okay. How is everyone doing? I am super chill and mellow today. Oh my gosh. Do y'all have something to drink? What are you drinking this morning? Greetings to the hashtag Replay Sisters. Your energy is here with me and the G Hive. How's the G Hive doing? Welcome, Queens. Welcome. I'm going ahead and turn the music on because it warbles my voice. Oh, hi, Keita May. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to Jasmine. Good to see you. Hey, Peg, how are you? We got the SAI ladies in the house. Here's another SAI lady. Eileen, Sophia, Ocean, Kimmy, Sure, Mika. How are you, Queen? Woohoo! SAI is rolling deep this morning, baby. It's so good to see everybody. Yeah, so I just want y'all to know that this Saturday there is going to be, and you can see that in the ticker tape, there's going to be a live stream, a separate live stream for the full moon. And this full moon is in Capricorn, and I think that it's just going to be, I don't know, when I looked at the chart for this moon, I was kind of excited. I was like, okay, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing with this moon. Some of these moons have been rough. It's just been rough. But this one just it seems to have energy that's just like, it's varied energy, but it's not concentrated energy. A lot of the full moon charts we've been looking at, the moon would be over here by herself and all the other planets opposite her. But that one is not the case with this one. So I'm happy about that. I think that a lot of us can realize um, or manifest or see the manifestation of something that we've been working on, especially since we'll just say December, when Capricorn season started, because this full moon is the full moon phase of that new moon that happened back last December. So yeah, we're going to talk about that and just kind of see what are the messages that are coming through. As a matter of fact, sisters, you can go on ahead and begin to look at for those messages now, because yeah, the full moon energy is already here, baby. Yes. Greetings to all of the G Hive. Okay, so outside of that, what did I want to tell you? I think that's all I have to say. Oh, I have a new mug that I got for joining my mastermind again. It's a business coaching program that I'm a part of. Showing up as my CEO self. Oh my gosh. Y'all take a sip. We're CEOs of our lives. Ocean Kimmy. Oh, Ocean Funke is here. Yay. Ocean Kimmy is here with her cup of Shango. Yes, thank you, Ocean Kimmy. I appreciate you. I hope you're feeling better, Ocean Kimmy. She wasn't feeling well, y'all, so I'm glad to see her on the live stream today. And if you weren't here, if you haven't seen my newsletter, I did a live stream on yesterday, talking about the energy for this week. Okay. So yeah, we don't have to talk about the astrology. What I want to start off with is going ahead and just drop us into a mindfulness practice. And I think I think we'll talk about a happy pocket full of money first, and then we'll do a reading after that. Y'all know this is all about us coming together and getting our mid-week reset and retreat going on. So good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your son. Oh, sending him sending him a lot of love. Glad you're much better. Okay. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is, Queen. So, what I decided to do is what I noticed with the energy this week, it has a lot of Uranian energy to it. And it also had, which Uranian energy is, it's excitable, or it could be like things are kind of like happening that you're not quite expecting, or you could just feel a little bit like staticky, frenetic, maybe even extra anxious. So that was something that I noticed. This will be through easily that full moon next week. And then the other energy that I noticed that is challenging this week is Neptune is going retrograde in Pisces. But there was just a lot of planets that are connecting to Neptune in some kind of way. So it can make us feel sort of like, mm, we don't have a lot of energy. It can make us feel like foggy. Like I feel foggy for sure. Like it's just like cotton brain, right? As a matter of fact, all of y'all, let's just go on ahead and work on our this is called the governing meridian. And you just take your hand and swipe it over your head like that from the third eye all the way to the nape of the neck. Let's just do that 10 times. You can do it as much as you want, actually, but let's just do it at least 3 times, maybe 10 times. Okay. Inhale and exhale. So that's part of the reason why I was like, I need to do some mindfulness that is about getting us settled and grounded. Um, Maybe calming down the nervous system, or Neptune will kind of make you feel like you're not all here. You're just, your mind is someplace else. Your body's here, but your mind is on the other side of town. Okay. And what did brother say? You're messing me around. Did I go old school on y'all? Some of y'all are like, girl, why you take me back to my childhood? Oh, let's take some deep breaths also, y'all. Let's do uh, 5. I'm hearing 5 for Oshun. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. Just inhale through your nose and then a long, slow, deep breath out through your mouth. Inhale. And when you're ready, exhale. We have to have these moments of just tuning in and taking care of ourselves. Just keep breathing, as I talk. You can guide your own breath. Inhale and long, slow exhale. And as you do that, you want to go on ahead and feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into whatever you're sitting on, or if you're standing up, just feel yourself grounded down through your legs and your feet. Now, what I want us to do is I want you to take one hand, put it on your shoulder, bring it across your body and down your leg. Like this, across the body and down the leg. What we want to do is connect our energy, okay? Connecting our energy. These are things that y'all can do even if we're not here, okay? Inhale and exhale. Very good. All righty. Yes. Thank you, Ocean Kimmy. Hi, Still Learning. How are you? Yes, Still Learning has joined us. Okay. So if you would just go on ahead and get comfortable wherever you are sitting. And you can keep your eyes open. Just lower your gaze to limit visual distractions, or you can completely close your eyes. And just feel your spine kind of lift, but you don't want to be rigid. So allow your shoulders to soften down. And one of the practices that we love doing in mindfulness is called focus attention. And it's all about grabbing. It's like you want to grab all of your awareness, all of that, the action and movement of your brain. You want to just grab it all and just narrow it down. Okay. So that's what focused attention is all about. And what this does is it helps to give the brain and the mind an opportunity to operate in a different way. We have we have to begin to understand we have to do brain training. We have to do mind training. And so today the way we're going to focus our attention is we're going to focus on our breath. And I'll give you a metaphor of what this is also like. If you think about that snow globe, or maybe a jar of water that's muddy, and you shake it, but then all of a sudden it will settle, and then the water becomes more clear and calm. So this is exactly how the mind works. And so what's going to bring that everything settling down is going to be focusing on our breath. When we do this, the mind and the body begin to relax, settle, and become more clear and free. Okay, so taking a full breath in and a long, slow breath out. Observe your breathing. Just continuing to take that breath in, long, slow breath out. And as you do that, this is the mindfulness part of it. Notice how the breath flows in and out. You actually don't even have to change your breath. Just notice your breathing. What does it feel like when you inhale? Hold it. What does it feel like when you exhale? Hold it. And you can even take note of that pause, like that pause that shifts us from going from the inhale to going into the exhale. You can even take notice of that. You can also take notice of the rise and fall of your chest as the air passes in and out. Just continuing to notice your slow inhale and long, slow exhale. And in mindfulness, we understand that the mind will wander. And when you notice that, you just bring your attention back to your breath. The beautiful thing about mindfulness is you can't mess up. It's not about quieting the mind or getting anywhere. It's just about being present. And we're just using focusing on the breath to do that. So don't judge yourself. Be non-judgmental. Be curious. Be compassionate to yourself. And just notice if any thoughts arise and just don't hold on to them. Just let them pass. And as they pass, bring your attention back to your breath. Notice the stages of a complete breath again. The in-breath, the subtle pause, the exhale, and the pause before taking another breath. Just taking note of those slight breaks between each breath. And feel the air entering your nose. See it in your mind's eye flowing through the nose, then down to your lungs. And see your lungs expanding as they fill with air, and relax again with the exhale. And again, as thoughts arise, just allow them to pass and return your attention to your breathing. And now we are going to finish with a full deep breath in and a long, slow, deep breath out. And so, one of the things that we want to do is to be sure that we take our practice into our lives. We practice so that we can integrate and make and embody these practices that we do together. And so, one of the things that you can do today is practice mindful listening. And when you're with someone, be fully in that conversation as you listen to that person talk and speak. That is one way to apply this practice. And I would love to hear from you all. How will you integrate this? What are your takeaways, and how can you integrate this practice into your day? Thank y'all for sitting with me. That's what we call it in mindfulness, sitting. Ikaro, Ayoka, how are you, Queen? Hello, Felicia, how are you? Welcome, Queens. Glad y'all are here. So, sisters, how was that for you all? Oh, there's something else I have for y'all. Hold on one second. I want us to do a little bit of reflection this morning. What I want to, wait a minute. Okay. Yes, here we go. So I want you to think about, this is just doing a little bit of self-discovery. You can go as deep as you want, or not. Okay. So here are the questions that I have for you all that we can talk about this morning. Idalba's here. Yes, mindful listening is something that I know I have to work on because my mind can get very scattered. Something that I've been doing here lately, sisters, is, well, I went on this journey trying to decide, do I have ADHD? And I don't think I have ADHD. It's this thing called childhood. I don't know. Maybe it's like PTSD or something like that. I don't know. But it's like a traumatic brain that we don't really understand what's going on until we become adults. And it seems like we have something else going on, but it's just really we are needing to get our brains healed up, get the trauma healed up in our bodies and in our systems, and get it, either we can release it, we can alchemize it, transmute it in some kind of way, because it is possible to get past all of that, or a lot of it. But until then, we'll notice that it's like there's things in life where we just feel like I'm not so good at this. So I was thinking I was ADHD and realized no, I just still have ways of being that stem from trauma that happened in my childhood. And so, yeah, what I noticed, part of the reason I thought I was ADHD is because if someone is talking to me, they could say something that makes my brain go, it's like a squirrel moment. I'm totally gone off. Maybe I say it out loud. I used to have a problem of cutting people off when I was talking. And, when you hang out with people who don't like to be cut off, you learn real quick. Don't do it. I have people in my life who just like they don't have that going on. And so, it would make me like, well, what's wrong with me? Right. Well, probably nothing is wrong with you. It's That's part of how this unresolved trauma was showing up in my life. And so one of the ways that I have worked on retraining my brain as I continue to heal is I um I force myself to listen to people. I notice if my brain is scattered too much, then I'll just really look at their face and their mouth. I'll just like super zone in, so that I'm present for the conversation. So, yeah, mindful listening is helpful in so many ways. And I feel better the more my brain is on one track. It brings, just like we talked about in the practice, it brings calmness to me versus having my brain all over the place. So that's what I love about the focused attention part of mindfulness is it really will help to bring calm just by saying, I'm just thinking about, oh, like that was fascinating to me. I've done this practice with you all before, but I was like, I don't remember talking about coming down into, like, imagining the breath coming down into my lungs filling up and then contracting. I'm like, thank you, lungs. That's what I thought in the practice. I was like, wow, my lungs are the bomb. I don't give thanks for you enough. This is fascinating. Ah, good morning. How are you, Idalba? So glad you are here. Good, calming. I'm co-facilitating an event tomorrow, so we'll practice during the day. I love that. That is so beautiful because sometimes it's like we got 5 minutes before the next thing, and you could go find a space where you're like, or even if someone is talking, I'm just going to focus on my breath right now and this person's voice, inhaling and exhaling, and it'll help to bring that calmness in. No need for, all the things that we do a lot of times. Or the other one that I just really am tired of is my system getting shell shocked. Yesterday, I backed out of several meetings. I've just been telling people, no, I'm tired. And, actually don't feel well. I'm going to upload a video into the YouTube membership. And I invite anyone who's not there to join. It's only $9.99 per month. But I was trying to figure out, should I post this video? But I'm going to go on ahead and post it because in the video, I am talking to you all about these transits that I'm going through. And one of them is Mars. Mars is just rough on me here lately. Anytime Mars transits my planets, I'm like, wow, this is not fun. And so, but I've been so busy that I just feel like my nervous system is just like, I'm done, but and I do better the more I practice my mindfulness daily, which I do a good job of practicing daily. But yeah, at some point it's just like, no, you need to practice your mindfulness and you need to slow down. So yes, and let us know how it goes, Ia. Okay. Me too. I can get scattered too. So I have to tell myself to focus on one thing at a time. Yes. And so, one of the other things too that I tell myself is this is just how it is for you. until it becomes a way of life. Don't judge yourself, Tyra. It's okay if you get scattered. The problem that I noticed for me in the past was I didn't even have this awareness, but now I do. Or I had the awareness and it was kind of like, what's wrong with me? Well, no, most of the time I didn't notice anything. I just was scattered. I was like starting 10 projects in 5 minutes. And I still have that propensity now, but it's more of like, whoa, 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 whoa. One thing, one thing. I did it the other day. I needed to get the oil out of the pantry to put into the pan. And as I went in to get the oil, I noticed that something needed to go into the recycle bin. Well, when I walked over to the recycle bin, I noticed, oh, I need to put everything in the bag. So then I went and got a bag to get everything put in the recycle bin. And I was just like, what? What am I doing? I'll stop myself in my tracks like, wait a minute. No. Tyra, refocus. You can come back to this, but right now we're going back to the first thing we were doing, which was getting the oil to put in the pan. I hadn't even gotten the oil yet. So, yes, taking this time to really get our brain focused on one thing, it will help to train it to be that way, which is healthier for it to be, honest with you. Oh, for sure, Tyra. It all manifests as some symptoms, same symptoms sometimes. Doctors are still trying to figure out which it was too. Yes. Which it was. I think, yes. Okay. Still learning. One thing that I have committed to, I heard there's this Dr. Sarno, Sarno. Just look for Dr. Sarno. What was the name of this show? It's this old show we used to watch. But anywho, Dr. Sarno, he I learned about him from my hypnotherapy trainer. And Dr. Sarno said that whatever's going on in the body, like pain and sickness in the body, is the body distracting us from something that we're not dealing with, perhaps. Like there's been something that's been up for us to deal with, and we haven't dealt with it. And so then the body now has to do something to, because it's not being dealt with, distract from it. And so that's where it comes up. So this morning I sure was like, okay, I know Mars is beating me up, but is there something else I need to know? um, and then of course people, who have the chronic illnesses and um dealing with more serious illnesses or whatever, you've got to deal with getting the body in stasis, getting it balanced enough so that it doesn't keep spiraling out, and then bringing it back even more into health. So it's just so many levels and layers and all of that. So, yeah. Rebuilding my business to reflect my own unique style. My energy is at its highest. Love it. That's right. Cancerian in the house. Same thing for me. Okay. Yes. And hello, Shannon. Yes, I just started reading your comment. Hey, Queen, how are you? I love y'all. Y'all are just so sweet. Oh my gosh. I'm still in the building phase of me and my business. So I want to be done by the end of the year. That's my only focus. Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful. Bonjour. How are you, Dark Diza? How are you, Queen? I didn't realize how much tension I was holding on to. I'm in this journey of intention and discipline. I'm starting a business and want to launch next year. So y'all, I want to send y'all I'm going to I think what I'm going to do is create a list for people who want to learn more about business, cuz I see stuff all the time that I think I wish I had seen this when I was new. And so, and I want to talk to you all about business. And so I think what I'm going to do is create an opt in where I have a list that's specifically for those of y'all who want to know more about business. Hopefully, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Part of what I want to do is to keep you from making mistakes that a lot of us have made, which is buying a whole bunch of stuff or not understanding what to really focus on initially, and what you need and what you don't need, and those kinds of things. And there's a lot of people who I learn from. So I want to share all that with you all. Oh, I have a thing on my back and the battery's about to run out. I'm like, nah, thank you. I love that, Peg. Moving in a state of gratitude to ground myself and stay in a state of flow. Beautiful. So it's weird slowing down and focusing the mind on less always helps me a lot. Oh, beautiful. I love how you wrote that. Slowing down, the feminine, focusing the mind, which is the masculine, on less. Ooh, I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah, we definitely have to honor the different energies, that we all have. But for those of us born into a feminine body, rest is essential. Rest is not like, well, when I get time, I'm busy. No, it is as essential as breath. Rest. I don't care if you're a little girl. I don't care if you are in that maiden, youthful time in your 20s. I'll even say even in the 30s. I know when we get in our 30s, sometimes it feels like we feel worse, but that's still a very young time for our bodies. Or once we get into that motherly phase, be it the younger mother or the more mature mother or the crone phase, don't care. We rest is essential. Downtime is essential. And we have to, part of the reason is revolutionary, is part of the oppression that has been, put on us, or that we people try to put us under, is to make us think work, 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 work. And that if you're not productive and you're not working, then you're a loser. And some of us have a natural propensity. I'm sorry, if you are a earth sign, we earth signs, we are here, like, we really physical. And we love material, like we love to manifest materially, right? um and there's other indications in there that honestly, there's some of us that really we are about productivity. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Capricorn. They can't help themselves. It's their makeup, right? But even if you have that makeup, if you have a part of your paradigm being, I need to rest, I need to take care of myself, it's essential as brushing my teeth, is as essential as eating food regularly and drinking water. That is essential for us, and it's such a revolutionary act because it totally bumps up against this oppressive energy. This is how women stay run down and we don't get in our power. We don't take that time to just rest and check out. And it's so interesting to me. I guess maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I just see so much of ancient wisdom because women have been oppressed so long. You don't hear women, like the women gurus, or teachers in ancient times, who came up with these practices, because mindfulness that I practice stems from Buddhist practices. And it seems so masculine, but you see what the men had to do. They had to go be monks, where we don't need to do that. We naturally created to be, um, where we can tune in to the now moment and have a connection to things seen and unseen that we can't even put to words how we know what we know about it, right? So I love that you brought that up. Oh, glad you're feeling better, Ocean Kimmy. Yeah. Yes, still learning. Oh. Shannon, People can pull the energy from you, but the other thing too is I want you to keep getting that something healed up. I don't want to just say what your business is, but yes. Okay, Mystic Storm. Look for it's going to come out in my newsletter, or I'll also post it inside of Mighty Networks. Yep, we do. Yeah, the hustle culture. And I love listening to the women. I initially heard people talking about the hustle culture. That's what I was doing. And then all of a sudden I just started hearing more and more women, as more and more women get into the coaching in industry, they are saying, "We not doing that. What we not gonna do is hustle. We not hustling." So yeah, I want to start just connecting y'all to different people. I don't exactly want to be a business coach, but I definitely want to help spiritual and creative entrepreneurs, because there's a different way that we roll. We roll different. Um, yeah, it's something. And for Virgo, it is so important to do something like mindfulness, because mindfulness is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a Virgo thing in my opinion. I think it suits Virgo well. So I just wanted us to kind of be thinking, because we're getting closer to this full moon. I dropped 2 questions in there. Oh, I can go find those questions. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate all of your comments and the sharing and the support. So where are you in your life right now? And you can write this question down and maybe answer it later. Or if you want to share a little bit, you can just, it's important for us to zone in right here. What if we're just always zoned into the future, right? So some of us, we're always zoned in out or zoned out. Maybe we want to zone in. Another reason, when I saw that question, I wasn't quite sure why I liked it, but it just hit me. Another reason why I like that question is because we are getting ready to go into the Venus retrograde. I think that's why I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to say no. Like, no is my complete sentence right now, because in my body I can feel things slowing down. I've talked about Pluto retrograde. Saturn just went retrograde. Neptune goes retrograde this week. Venus goes retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde. By the time Mercury and Venus go direct, Jupiter will be going retrograde. But that's a lot of retrograde planets right there. That's every planet retrograde except for, wait a minute, is Uranus? Let me see if Uranus is retrograde. I can't remember. I think it is retrograde. But yeah, so that's a question that you want to be kind of looking at, because that's where we're headed. We're headed into a time where it's like, whoa, I need to take stock. Am I headed in the right direction? How am I doing with my plans? Am I on, point? Am I headed in the right direction? I love this example that someone gives, that if someone is flying an airplane, if they're just off by just a little bit of a degree, they will end up hours, maybe states away from where they were originally going. And so this is why we want to stop every now and again and just be like, where am I? How am I doing in my life? Okay. So where are you in your life right now? And let's see here. Uranus. Oh, Uranus is direct. Uranus is direct. Okay. Yeah. So Saturn and Neptune retrograde this month. And then in July, Venus. August. Oh, okay. It is Uranus. Okay. So in August, Mercury and Uranus goes retrograde. And so when we get into September, every planet is retrograde. Of course, the sun and the moon never go retrograde. Mercury, Venus. Mars is direct. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets retrograde by the time Mercury and Uranus go retrograde. That still is a lot of retrograde planets. So take stock. That's why I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna slow myself down, and I need to see. There's a lot of stuff I've been trying to get done since last year in my business, and I'm gonna get it done. And I still am taking the ladies through the spiritual aspirin initiation. I'm like, I gotta focus on what I'm doing right here, and I'm just gonna use this slowed down time to do it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling with saying no. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to say no, but it's not hard to say no when I know it's, you know, I'm gonna profit. I'm gonna benefit, especially in my body and my um, body, mind, spirit. And what do you want to accomplish by a year from today? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Sometimes I really do have problems looking out to the future. I like a year. I'm better with doing that. But I don't know. Ever since I ended homeschooling, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I had my mind so focused on getting my kids to a point that sometimes that was all I was working on. So even I need to be thinking about, where do I want to be a year from today? We want to have that energy of going with the flow, and we need to focus on something. Oh, let me tell you, I posted this in my spiritual aspirant group yesterday, but I want to share this with you all because it's something I plan on sharing with everyone. And that is, when we are living a life that is intentional. So we talk about being mindful, and we also want to live a life that's intentional. So that's like, it's like, what do you intend for your life? What kind of life do you want to live? And an intentional life could be, I want to have my life set up so that when I wake up in the morning, I just get to do whatever I want to do. I just get to think about and do, whatever. Or, yeah, or maybe it's like, for some of us, I intend to have my business up and running next year. And that's what this is about. So the way Ochozi, so who is Ochozi? Ochozi is an Orisha. It's considered to be one of the warriors. The warriors help us to, the way I love saying it, slay the enemy without and the enemy within. And we're mostly working on the enemy within. I remember hearing Iyanla say, the enemy is the inner me. And so the warriors help us to have that courage, to just get real and say, I need to go on ahead and make these changes. It gives us this energy to face whatever is there. Or, maybe you need to heal up and you got to face your inner demons. So you're going to go to therapy. The warriors can help you with that, right? And there's this one warrior called Ochozi. Ochozi is the tracker and has a bow and arrow. And when you hear the teachings about Ochozi, it's kind of like, Ochozi will show you the direction to take, and I still believe that. But let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to give Ochozi the direction. Where Ochozi's like, where do you want me to take you? Which direction are we going? And even thinking about mindfulness and how our brain, because we have not been taught to train our brain will just be, it'll be 10 targets out there. And Ochozi is like, I don't know which one. I don't know which one to take her. Right. So that's why I like to have questions like this before myself, and I bring them to you. What do you want to accomplish by a year from today? And then you get your tracker set, or you have that target set. And so Ochozi is going to show you which direction to take. And then, you can allow yourself to trust the direction that Ochozi is taking you in. Okay. So that's why I'm asking that question. Plus, come on, y'all. It's going to be a Capricorn full moon. Capricorn is not interested in your feelings. Okay. Capricorn is not interested in Well, I enjoyed the process. Capricorn could care less. Capricorn is like, did you do it or did you not do it? I want to know everything that you've done. I'm going to give you a rating. I'm going to let you know on a scale from 1 to 5. This is where you are. This is your performance review. We all getting ready to get a performance review. I'm just being 100 with y'all. This is how Capricorn work. And I don't want to be telling y'all stuff that, well, y'all like, why you didn't tell me, Tyra? Why you didn't tell me, Ia? I thought we were friends. Capricorn ain't no joke. Let me see what else that I want to tell y'all. Okay, let me go find, where are the comments? Uh, mm, beautiful. That's good, Shannon. I feel that for you, and I completely and totally support you. Thank you. Ah, so thank you, Shannon, because you just made me think about something. So part of the reason I love astrology is because it helps you to understand what your focus is. And so for me right now, I know that I'm in what is called an astrological 6 year, and it's totally different from numerology. So with the astrological 6 year, it's time to get organized. It's like being a Virgo. It's like the theme of Virgo. What is Virgo? Virgo is like, get organized, have systems. You need to look at how you're operating in your life, and you need to clear clutter. You need to get rid of stuff. What is this doing? We can Virgo energy will streamline a process. And so as soon as I had my last birthday at 53, all of a sudden I started noticing, where are my list? I need to follow my list, and I need to get organized in my business. It's like for real. And so because I know that, I go with it. Ashley is going through SAI again. She finished with the last group, but she wanted to go through again with this new group. And she said something in the group that I was just like, I'm a proud Ia. She was like, y'all listen to Ia talk about astrology so you understand your cycle. And she was telling us that she understood the cycle that she was in right now, and it was just working like a charm for her. Okay. So how do we know what we need to be focused on? One way is to understand your astrological year, or to understand like what are the eclipses focused on. And another one would be numerology. Like for instance, right now I'm in a 3 year, and the 3 year in numerology is about self-expression. And I've noticed I'm just like, I mean, it's all about, I want to show up, I want to be who I am. And it's like this creative energy. And this is all combined with the sixth house energy. So it's real interesting because they're not the same. It's a little bit more of like a free spirit, and kind of like Oshun creativity. Um, and then I have this energy over here that's like, oh, the only thing I'm focused on right now is getting organized. That's it. So just want to share that. Just want to share that. I see. Yes. Need direction. Yeah, Dana. Hi, Dana. Oh, love you. Cap Moon. Okay. Yeah, direction, Dana, is this is one of the reasons I love numerology. But okay, check this out. Because this is part of my work, part of my mission is to help you start off in the most simple way of figuring out how to get that direction. And so part of maybe what you could do is listen to astrology. So for instance, yesterday I put out a video talking about what are we doing this week. Sometimes we have to just kind of be like, well, all I can do is think about this week. or sometimes when we put out, me and other astrologers put out videos and we're talking about, okay, for Capricorn. So this is something too, Dana. For Capricorn, full moon this Saturday, I go through the signs. So join me then. You can also watch the replay if you can't be there. But I'll go through the signs. And when I go through the signs, you can listen. This is what, Dana, do you know your sign? I'll give you an example. This is what it means for Aries. This is what this full moon is asking you to focus on and highlight and think about. And then you do that. That's one of the things that I'm like, y'all, we cannot just consume this kind of content. We must think about, okay, this is what it said it means for Aries. Like if you're an Aries, okay, this is what it means for Aries. The one thing I heard that the astrologer said was for Aries, you're going to focus on your career. So I'm going to do something, anything to focus on my career. Maybe I'm going to go do a workshop that I have been putting off doing, or it's like I did say I was gonna, start finding a new job, and I just hadn't because I hadn't wanted to. But okay, whatever it is. Because see, let me tell you something else. Let me tell you, this is very good. I love this comment. It's making me think. See, the other thing about being in a feminine body and being, socialized as women is that we are taught to not trust ourselves. We're taught you can't trust yourself. Even things happen that, create trauma, abuse, something like that. And we're like, I don't trust myself because we've been violated in some kind of way, and it's confusing, and we are unhealed at this point. Who knows? But it is definitely this energy of let's disempower women as much as we can. And so part of our power center is the ability to trust our intuition. Whether you think you're intuitive or not, sisters, we are born intuitive just by the virtue of having a womb. The reason women are so intuitive, I was telling somebody this yesterday, is we have such a complex hormonal system, because if we bring a child into this world, or we take care of a child that was born to somebody else and they become our child, then we have to have an intuition. Or if you're an auntie and you helping, be you doing the auntie thing, there's this intuition in us that is like, I've got to take care of this little human. I've got to make sure this human is safe. The human can't talk. So let me listen to this little human and see, what does this little human need? I've got to tune in. Keep it safe. Before we lived in shelters on the regular, we had to have this heightened sense of awareness and intuition to know how, is it safe? Is it not safe? What's needed? What's not needed? I used to tell people all the time, I already know what's wrong with my child. When I take the child into the doctor, I only would go when I'm like, no, the doctor has some medicine that I can't get myself. So give it to my child. He has some type of bacterial infection. I need this medication. It was always like nothing anyone could tell me about my children. I was so in tune with my children, right? But this same intuition that we have extends beyond mothering. It is our superpower, and we have to work to cultivate it. Because a lot of us will feel like I feel like I'm supposed to go in this direction or do this or do that. And when I sit down and I do readings, I'm like, that's exactly what your chart says. They're like, really? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what your chart says. You got to trust yourself, sister. You know exactly. Sometimes I'll see a woman's chart and I'll tell her, this is what I see is happening. And she is living that exact life. The problem is there's a part of her that's doubting herself. So once we start understanding, okay, this is what the energy is about right now. This is what the cycle is about. And this is what I hear I'm supposed to do. We can be okay with testing. And, part of the trauma is like we get on a one-track mind. Things are black and white. So it's two one-track minds. It's one that is present, and it's one that it's not present. It's just hyper focused in a way that it can't hear anything. So even if it's headed in the wrong direction, this one track mind, this black and white thinking, it doesn't allow for shifting, right? So yeah, it's just really important for us to have that connection to our intuition, our guides, our ancestors, the great mother, whatever energy you want to connect with, the masculine great deity, all of it. Um, as we are like, okay, let me go in this direction and just see. And if it's not the right direction, I trust that the universe will tell me. I do it all the time. Hey, am I supposed to do this or not? I need a sign. Okay. So I really appreciate you for saying that. Every move is intentional right now. I love that. It's bringing up a lot of stuff for me to overcome. And honestly, Peg, that's how you know you're headed in the right direction because it's bringing up your stuff. You're moving out of the comfort zone. The comfort zone is not a bad place. It's just we can't stay here. We can't be so connected to the comfort zone that we're not willing to make moves when it's time. But when we start making those moves in that new direction, then and our stuff comes up, it's like, oh yeah, I'm headed in the right direction, right? Because I feel uncomfortable because I'm doing something new. Instead of thinking, instead of thinking something's wrong, let me run back to my comfort zone. The path to where you want to go will feel uncomfortable, and you have to get to a place where you feel comfortable with being uncomfortable. The path to me sitting here talking to y'all today has been very uncomfortable. But now this is my new comfort zone. I can't imagine I coming live and talking or, having y'all in circles with me, SAI, those kinds of things. Shannon, I'm 53. I am 53. Multiple spiritual awakenings and a lot of growth by going inward, helping me to consciously walk my journey. Yes, beautiful, Peg. Beautiful. I love that. Greetings. Oh, look, hi, Comedic Goddess, Hatep Queen. Okay, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio rising. Oh my gosh, let me tell you something right now, Dane. I'm gonna focus on your Scorpio. Scorpio is rough right now. It's been rough. But Aries, yeah, the eclipses are really asking you to make a lot of changes because your big three are all gonna be highlighted. Let's see here. Scorpio has been highlighted since the end of 2021, but for sure all of 2022 and 2023. We have been asked to release and let things go. I'm a Scorpio rising. So if it has felt hard and like a lot of loss and grief, Scorpios may feel a little bit lost. But then with you being an Aries sun, the eclipses are going to be in Aries and Libra. So yeah, it's you kind of like let go of something so that you can go in a new direction and you will feel like I can't not do this. I've got to do this. And then your Virgo moon, let's see here. When are the eclipses moving into eclipse 2025? For some reason, I think there's going to be eclipses. Let me see here. Let me do astrology, because the astronomy they be trying to hold out. Let's see here. Solar and lunar eclipses for 2024 through 2029. Okay. So we're going to have, oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm right. Next year, oh my gosh, 25 degrees. This is when I'm like, why did I look ahead? Who is it? Someone, oh, one of my coaching clients, she says to me, it blows my mind that you can look into the future and see what's going to happen for me. Because I'm like, oh my gosh. So there's going to be eclipses in Pisces and Virgo. Because if it's one in Pisces, that means there's one in Virgo starting next fall. But the Aries and the Libra, Yeah, you're gonna feel more change. You're gonna have a lot of change on the horizon. So you need to be open to change. Like that is the key word for you right now. That's what it means to understand um your cycle that you're in. I can't stand these ads. These are so annoying. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Woo. Wow. Yes. Yeah. So because you're in Aries, I use Aries as an example. I'm sure you could relate. Yes, definitely receive. I love that. The Scorpios have had to receive. Oh my gosh, we have had to receive. And Scorpio is kind of closed off energy. Then you have Virgo, which is kind of like never let anyone help you because I help everyone. And then you have Aries, like I'm a big, strong woman. I don't need anybody's help. So you definitely have to be open to receive. So yeah. It is. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes. Integrate that. Yep. 53. 53 years young. Ah. Wait a minute. What? Look, look, me and Eileen are like, are you kidding me? We're looking at our astrology. That's her birthday. Yes. Ocean Kimmy. Yes. What's your degree? What's the degree of your son? Because I think that's the exact degree because it's your birthday. Wow. So this helps Ocean Kimmy make some plans. She already knows next fall on her birthday, there's going to be it's going to start shifting, making big shifts for her. Okay. Cause her moon is in Pisces too, but I think it's not that far back, but it's definitely going to be on your Virgo. Look at this, Ocean Kimmy, not too far from your moon. This is why I love astrology. It's going to be kicking my butt. Oh my gosh. Pisces, what are we doing here? Oh my God. Let me turn this off. I'm going some other place. I can't take it. Ah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I get that. But see, look at you having that awareness around that. Having that awareness helps you to be like, We said we weren't going to do this. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, you're welcome. Exactly, Peg. Exactly. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of the happy pocket full of money. So for those of you who are new, we've been using this book to focus. We've been using this book to focus on learning about the laws of the universe, metaphysics, all that kind of good stuff. You and I we both itching. I'm like, oh my God. I wish I hadn't looked at it. I was having a good day till I looked at that eclipse. Okay. So let's just see what this says. Observe and affirm the truth, and the truth will set you free. Okay. If you are broke, say so. Look at it in the eye, admit it. Then look to see the errors in your thinking that caused it. So good. You see how there's no judgment needed? There's no judgment needed. It's like, okay, if I'm broke, let me look at how I'm thinking. Let me look at how I'm operating, and let me look at how I'm feeling. Am I looking at a lot of stuff that's about being broke? Is that like the thing that I'm most aware of? That's what we want to do. We don't want to look at where we are. The effects can be changed. The way he describes them is condition. This is the condition that I'm in, but this is not where I'm going to stay forever. Okay. So always affirm the truth, for what you resist persists. What you face and bring into the light releases you. But be careful in your admitting. I guess I could do this because I'm not so good with drawing. Ah, let me use the highlighter instead. Yes. Okay. Be careful in your admitting. It's more correct to say, I previously had thoughts and actions and states of being that have led to this broke manifestation that I'm now observing. Y'all, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, this is how it works. I have used this. This is how it works. And when we use words like, well, that's what I used to think, but now I'm choosing to think this, or I'm willing to believe something new and different. Because sometimes the shift from, yeah, this is how I've thought in the past, and this thing has been persistent, it has been consistent, it is my default. Is not always easy just to shift over to I have this whole new way of thinking that is not more about lack, right? And so like we'll default back to it and we'll have to say, hey, we're not doing that anymore. I have first of all, you've got to acknowledge the thought that got you there, or the way of being, or the programming. You know how we used to hear our parents, some of us used to hear our parents say, baby, mama broke. Or my parents said they were broke. So we got to acknowledge that this is what we saw, this is what we heard, and then just be like, I know that's how I was raised, but I'm making different choices for my life now. And so I may not have the most money in the world, but I know I got my health, I got my well-being. I'm getting ready to sit down here and do this mindfulness journaling. I'm going to turn, or gratitude journaling. I'm getting ready to turn on something where people talking about abundance, baby, because right now I'm feeling every piece of this lack, and I'm going to do something to move myself in a new direction, right? But then you really do get to a point where you can just say, okay, I see the thought that I have had that has me experiencing this particular moment. And so now I'm going to go on ahead and work all, like, for the next month, the next 6 months, the next year, depending on how much time it takes for you, to get to this point. But I'm spending this next time shifting myself to this new direction, baby. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I don't exactly know how this is going to happen, but I'm willing to believe it's possible for me because it's possible for other people. And being broke ain't fun. I don't want to be broke no more. I am walking in abundance. I used to think I was broke. I don't think I'm broke no more. Even if I have zero in the bank, I'm still open to receive something. So I have more money than zero in the bank. We get to do this, y'all. Honestly, we get to make these choices. We can argue for our limitations. We can argue for why things work out for someone else and not for us, why they have it going well for them and we don't have it going well for us. We can do all of that. And we can also say, you know what? I get one life. I believe in multiple lifetimes, but I get one life as Tyra. And so, yeah, I'm 53. I think on the regular, I don't know how much time I have. Therefore, I'm just going to go on ahead and choose to live the life I want to live. I may as well. I have chosen what I don't want, like a queen, baby. I need an Oscar award, an Emmy, a Grammy for all these versions of myself and experiences in myself that I have created that I did not like. Give me my award. Do I have something? Um, the Grammy for, oh, I'll use my fan, it's taller. The Oscar for Best Actress of creating whatever drama I've created in her life goes to, oh gosh, it goes to Tyrone Milati Hargrove. Thank you. I just want to thank everybody. Yes, I came in here in this space time continuum and I really created works of art. Baby, I would be laying on the floor crying. My acting skills, oh my gosh, didn't even need them. I was like so in it that the audience was like, wow. I'm there with you, Omilade, Tyra Omilade. So thank you. Thank you. You know how Black folks like to go up to. First of all, I want to give thanks to Almighty Father, for whom none of this would be possible. For those of us in the African tradition, I want to thank the ancestors out there, giving thanks to Yemoja, Ye Meferfun Oshun. And I'm going to get one for creating the life that I desire. Okay. So In fact, never say, think, or feel that. I am statements. You know what? I'm gonna do this because we need to get this in a different color right here. For some reason I want to do blue. I am statements are always carried out by the universe. We can at least do that, y'all. Come on. That's not hard to say. I'm going to be intentional about using I am and what I follow up I am about. Even if it's just, let me be intentional about paying attention to how many times I say I am and what followed that. Let me just be intentional about that. We can do that. We can do that. You are worthy of this intention, goddess. You are worthy of this intention so that you can begin to step into the power position in your life and create the outcomes, the desires, fulfill the mission of your life. Okay? I think we're going to stop there because I do want to do a reading and I am going to have to get off. There's this little class that I've been attending here lately to help me with my health and well-being. Yes. Yes. This is just the example. It's for everything. It's for everything. Yeah. And that's an 8-year. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're in the 7, 8. Now, let me tell you, 8 is a nice numerological year. Cha-ching. Ashe. Oh, yes. Yes, which is hard to accept in today's times. Trust that things are difficult, but still. Yes. Gratitude is king, queen, king. Yes. Was it always that way for you, Ocean Kimmy? Was it always that way for you? I want to know, what is the transformation that you have experienced? Is it that you started doing these kinds of practices and you didn't have, like, things weren't like this, and now you went through some type of transformation, being intentional with what's following the I am, and now all of this is happening? Oh, you're singing a mantra. Yes. A mantra every day. Good. Good, good, good. Yes. You know, that's one of the things that I began to embrace that helped me to move forward. Still learning. And that is, universe is fully abundant. It's just me. And actually I learned it from this book. Hold on, let me do this right now. This book helped me to understand that it's what am I focused on? And that's how powerful we are. We can literally focus on lack. That is fully within our ability. Save. That is fully within our ability, as you know, as human beings. We get to create, we get to determine how much of the abundance of the universe we want to experience and how much of the lack. And so much of it has to do with beliefs and identity, actually. Because if you are an identity where, like, yeah, we don't make money, we don't have a lot of money, that's just the identity, then you won't until you take on a new identity, which is, nah, man, I roll in the dough, right? Or let me get off money. I have an abundance of relationships that are fulfilling, or I travel wherever I want to travel. A lot of people travel who don't have a lot of money and they pull it off, right? Or you have some hobby that you love and you always are able to engage this hobby. Other people are talking about they don't have time to have fun, and you're like, I don't understand. I'm having a lot of fun, right? I love that. I am so very powerful. Yes. So very powerful, Felicia. No, it wasn't always that way. Right. I know that, but I wanted people to know that you were at one place, you started using these practices, now you're at a new place. For I am, it is a constant I provided for always. For 3 years now, I haven't had to worry about how I will get my needs and wants met. I am always provided for. Love that. Shannon, love that. Oh, yeah, that would be good. Drop some of your I ams in here. What I am are you committed to? Even if it's just one, I am. And if you feel like I don't really know if I can write that, put I am willing to be. I am willing to figure out how to become, or I'm willing to embrace that even if it seems far-fetched. I'm willing to embrace that. I'm willing to embrace being loved. I'm willing to feel worthy. That kind of thing. It's called a bridge stop. The shift happened during coaching when I developed that 369 paper I made and started journaling a mantra I made up. Then I stopped working extra on my job and started trusting the universe. Love it, love it. Yes. Ocean Kimmy was in coaching with me. She has had other coaches. I'm not her only coach, but she wasn't coaching with me. Okay. I love this one for us. Kuan Yin has come through for us today. Kuan Yin. Then I read Divine Feminine Energy and changed my mindset. Love that. Love that. Okay, so this is the Empress card. I think the Empress card is appropriate for today. We've been talking largely about operating from our unique power. Kuan Yin is definitely a goddess that has to do with, she's from the tradition that has to do with the mind. Okay. And it says here, Kuan Yin, the mother of mercy, compassion, and healing, hears the weeping of the world and offers relief from humanity's suffering. She has promised to stay on earth until every creature alive has attained enlightenment. The supreme goddess of China, she holds the healing waters of Amrita in her vase and the willow branch of compassion. So y'all can see her little vase. And in the other hand is a willow branch. So Kuan Yin radiates the perfect fusion of love and wisdom through her elegance and gentleness, offering healing to all. Elegance, gentleness. This is something that we want to bring in. She personifies unconditional love. And I just want to tell y'all, the best unconditional love you can have right now is for yourself. I'm doing the best I can. I really am. Yeah. I know that it feels rough on you right now. It's okay. You're doing a great job. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze. You're doing the best you can. If people had walked the life that I have walked and lived and had, the things that have happened, I could see why I am where I am. And it's okay. Right? So self-compassion. Her essence fills all of humanity with peace and comfort to be filled with her mercy and healed into wholeness, healing others in return. And beautiful Kuan Yin gently yet powerfully invites you to open to the pure stream of love and compassion that is always available. I love Kuan Yin so much because of that. Her invitation is this: yield your heart fully, that you may receive your full blessing and in return bless others. So the question is, how do you need to receive? Like what do you need to receive that will help your heart maybe feel more touched and tender, and you feel more connected, to your heart? And the more you do that, then that's when you're able to bless other people. The beauty of her soft, pervasive essence reminds you that sometimes passive power is called for, and to offer mercy and gentleness to those in your life. So, for those of us out there who may be kind of like advocate, like we are willing to fight that good fight, sometimes it's passive power. And I know that sounds repulsive to those of us who live in this masculine society. But it really is that ability to trust that the universe has your back and that the best move for you to make is the move that is guided by your ori, that is guided by your intuition, instead of like, I'm just gonna go in and fight. Sometimes we do have to do that, and sometimes it has to be more of like, universe, you got to hold me right now. You got to hold me, universe. She exemplifies the feminine principle and the effectiveness of subtle power. She's sitting on a lotus. Yeah. Yeah, Kuan Yin. Woo! Okay, queens. I'm gonna pull one more card as we get ready to pull out. Yes, or we're gonna go on ahead and get off. I'm gonna pull from my mindful messages card. I love that. I am worthy. Beautiful. It wasn't a process though. It wasn't overnight, but by journaling the mantra, I naturally sing it in my head every day. Beautiful. Yeah, journaling, it will help to get these kinds of thoughts into our minds. I love that. Be safe out there, Felicia. I totally understand, Diza. Kuan Yin. Okay, beautiful. So let me pull one more card. I'm going to try something different. Whew, okay. This has been great. Hashtag replay sisters. If you've made it this far, I would love to hear from you. Maybe an I am statement or a takeaway. So let's see what the mindfulness message is giving us to do this week as a practice. Oh my gosh. This is why I love doing the readings while we're doing all of this, because the readings are just so on point. This one is called Nurture. Y'all, we're in self-care summer. We're in self-care summer. We're in self-care summer. Nurture. It's okay to want to stay home and be alone. I deserve days to myself, days to relax and simply be. I honor how I feel and take this day to do the things that feel nurturing to me. Nurture. That's what we want to focus on this week and all of this summer. Self-care summer. I hope that you all will join me this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time here on the YouTube channel, and we will talk about that full moon in Capricorn. Yes. I am open. I love that, Dana. Yes, I have compassion for myself. You need a lot of compassion for yourself. It's been rough. It's been real rough. So you all are amazing. I appreciate you all so much. And I look forward to coming back next Wednesday. We're here every Wednesday at 9:15 Eastern Time. And it's the G Hive. Hey, G Hive, I'm going to do a nice cheers to you all. Showing up as the CEO of your life. Doesn't matter if you have a business or not. Showing up as the CEO of your life. Okay, queens. Love y'all.